Hey guys, welcome to the Travel Show. I'm Chris, I'm your host, and today we're going to talk about Nicaragua, a very nice country in Central America, and I want to focus on the volcanoes that you can see there. There's a bunch of volcanoes. Maybe you have heard of the Ring of Fire in that area. It's basically an area which has a lot of volcanic activity, and Nicaragua has a fair share of them. There's two different volcanoes that I want to show to you. The first one will be Volcan Telica. And the second one will be Cerro Negro, where you can actually take a board and do volcano boarding. So I'm sure you've heard of sandboarding and you've heard of like snowboarding, but did you hear about volcano boarding? Let me know in the comments below. You have to do a trek first, obviously. It's not like you can take a bus to the volcano. And you have a nice wildlife. So this snake, I really like this picture because it's the skin, it just looks so delicate for some reason. I don't know. I really like this picture. It's very nice camouflaged. This is the stuff I was eating. Oh yeah, it was really hot as well. As you can see, I was sweating quite a bit there. Walking with the backpack through the heat. But you're going to get rewarded with some nice jungle/hill mountain landscapes. Especially this panorama, I think, looks really cool. And Telica, it's a very common volcano to check out. So if you go to Nicaragua, there's a high chance that you will see like advertisements to go to Telica. And this is the volcano. This is Volcan Telica. It kind of looks like the top of it was kind of falling off or sliding to the right somehow. And the really cool thing about this volcano is that you typically spend the night, and if you come back in the middle of the night when it's completely dark, you can kind of go to the crater rim, carefully of course, and see the glowing magma still in the bottom. So this is really cool. This is still getting closer and closer to the volcano. You can see a little bit of a path going up there, and just the volcano alone from this, like just seeing the volcano is already like really nice. I think it's a very like pretty volcano, if you can say that to a volcano. So it's up for, you can do some really cool pictures. This is a French guy. He was joining me on this trip with his girlfriend. I met them in the city somewhere, setting up the tents. As I said, we spent the night there, which was really cool. Casual lunch with a horse, you know, that's the way it works over there. Got some more bread and some more rice. It really looks like it's my best friend. Like we were doing this trip together. And then we made our way up to the volcano for the first time in the middle of the day, which is also really cool. This is a picture that I really like. I should have edited it a bit better because you can see there's a bit of a dirt on the bottom side, on the bottom there, that's coming from the lens. If you have dirt on your lens, it would look like that. But here's the French guy looking down into the volcano. And yeah, I think this is one of my favorite shots, actually. It's really a shame that back in the days, I was really bad at editing. So I kind of ruined my pictures in the post-editing, and then I deleted the original. So this is something I'm not doing anymore, but for all of my old stuff, like from 2015, like this one, sadly, I'm stuck with my old shitty pictures. But luckily, I learned from that lesson like a year later or so. So not all of my pictures are badly edited like that. This is the same, like it's kind of the angle from the French guy from the previous picture. Really nice with the light coming in and just hitting the top of the crater rim. And as I said, it's an active volcano. There's lava down there below. You can't really see it in the daytime because it's not a lot, you know. It's not like the lava's like springing, not springing, jumping out of the crater. There are volcanoes in the world where you can see that, but I think they're a bit more rare. And a lot of people are going to this one. So it's still active, but it's not like a super high chance that it will explode just when you're there. So this is how it looks when you look down during the daytime. You can't really see the lava yet. I have another picture later. Also, again, really shitty picture, sadly, because I didn't have a tripod either. It's all handheld. But you'll see that in a bit. Here's another panorama shot of the crater. And of course, I have to take a picture with it as well. Yeah, so if you walk a bit further down the crater, you can actually have a nice perspective where you look up, seeing how people look down at it. And you can see the wall. This one is pretty cool as well. So it's just generally a really cool place to check out. And then you have the chance to further explore the area a bit further. You see, these paths are just made by putting the stones to the side. And this is the beginning of the Bat Cave. I'm standing right on top of the cave, and you can see there's a little gorge. So you walk down and then into this gorge, and then you get into the cave, which is here. And it just has a lot of bats in there. I didn't manage to take a good picture. You can see like one bat here. But they're like in real life, it was pretty cool because it was a lot of them actually. So this is a little side trip that you can do in the area. And then of course, well, I've done a little extra trip alone without the guide because he was too lazy, I think. I walked to the very top of the volcano because you basically have to imagine the volcano is going a bit like this. So the first pictures were taken from the lowest side, the easiest that you can reach from the camp spot, but you can walk all the way to the highest point. And this is what I was doing here. I was walking to the highest point to get another angle from the volcano. And look at these creatures. I don't even know what that is. It looks like from Starship Troopers or something. But they had like some really interesting wildlife there, surrounded by the volcanic rocks. Kind of looks cool. And I was basically going up there to see the sunset. Yeah, sunset looked like that. And you can really see on this picture down here the kind of magma. Like this is caused by lava running through these little paths and cracks. Always nice to be. You can see it much nicer here on this picture, actually. It's always nice to be on a volcano, right? So I spent some extra time checking it out there. This one, actually, for a handheld picture, it's not bad, right? I wish I would have had a tripod back then already, but you can actually see some people walking on the right side with their flashlights, and that's a bit dangerous, actually. When it gets that dark, you should not really go up there anymore because, you know, it's all loose rock, and even in the daytime you have to be careful not to slip down into the crater, of course, because you will not survive that. And going up there in the night, you know, just have to be a bit more careful. I went down after the sunset, so I was back in the camp here pretty much when it got really dark, but I managed to capture this picture with two people walking down. Luckily they're doing it well, very far away from the steep crater cliff. Yeah, and then you get back to the main touristic spot from the very beginning where you can actually look down. And this is the best picture I could manage to do handheld because it was really... you could see it, you know, but it was not like the whole place would be on fire. But hey, better than nothing. So there is stuff going on. It is an active volcano. And yeah, Mount Telica, highly recommend it. That's the next morning. I have a small video as well. I'm just going to show you a few parts, and I'm going to skip. Oh, it's really bad quality, actually. This is back in the days with my camera that I had before the A6000. And I was really unhappy with my video quality from the 6000. But yeah, I talked about it earlier. I bought a brand new camera now with 4K video, so all my new footage will have some really good footage. Some really good quality. Yeah, and I think it's nice, even without the sound, just to give you some moving pictures as well, to illustrate how everything looked. So it's like a 360 degree. You can actually see there's quite a lot of volcanoes in the area. There's another one in the background, so you will not get bored of seeing volcanoes. And yeah, there's a video from the bats here. Also not the best quality, sadly. But at least you can see them flying this time. The Bat Cave right next to it. It's a little side trip, which I can only recommend to do. That's me on the very top during the sunset. You couldn't really hear what I was saying there anyway because it was so windy. Yeah, and a really bad video of the actual magma, but Yeah, it's really hard to take video from that because it's so dark. You have to put up the ISO really high, and yeah, I didn't have a tripod. All right. So this was the first part. First out of 2 volcanoes that I want to show you. There's more to come. Chris, actually the clips are pretty good on my smartphone. Yeah, the smartphone, I guess it looks a bit better because the smaller the screen, the better it will look, I guess. Quality is not too bad, to be honest. Okay, maybe it's also because you don't know about all the material that I have on my hard drive. That's much, much, much better than this. So, because you have to imagine, even though I have this blog for a very long time, I only uploaded about 10% of my material overall. Because like just that trip around the world for 3 years, I took around 400 pictures every single day for 3 years. So it's a lot of material. But yeah, so the other volcano that I want to show you is the Cerro Negro. It's another fun volcano that you can use for the volcano boarding. Thanks for the nice feedback, guys. So this is Cerro Negro. If you're familiar with Spanish, Cerro means mountain or peak, and Negro is black, so it's a black mountain. And as you can see, it is quite black because this one erupted a lot in the past before, but now it's relatively quiet as well, so you can actually go up, climb up there, and use these kind of boards. This is how a Latin American volcano board looks. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit. You have a little handle here to hold on because it gets up to 95 kilometers per hour. And yeah, it's an interesting construction, probably handmade. This is on the way up. The other volcanoes are actually perfectly green, interestingly. I like this shot. So everyone is just carrying their board. You get a guide, they give you a board, and then you walk up there. It's not that high. It's actually a really quick hike. Maybe, how long did it take? Maybe 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, if you wouldn't stop so much for pictures like I did. This is a look into the volcano rim or crater, which, as you can see, it's quite devastated, everything. But the really cool part is the way down, right? So this is nearly getting to the top now. And then everyone is excited to drive down again with the board. I have a video of that, of course, with my GoPro from back in the days. That's actually a little side trip. You can walk around to the edge of that highest point there. And it's a really cool looking volcano, I think. It's not like the typical caldera where you kind of have a circle and then it's just going down. This one looks more like kind of a shell of a snail or something, if that makes any sense at all. The board's already ready there. Some of them are yellow. Yeah, and I think this was the part where you slide down. Ah, yeah, you can actually see the car. You can see the cars parked in a very distant, and you can also really nicely see the difference here. Look at the quick change from forest into this ashland. So you can really nicely see where the eruption really damaged the nature the most. Pretty cool place for sure. Now we're getting our equipment on. This is our guide. I really hope that I can show you one part when he's explaining us the safety procedures. I hope I don't have any music in the background. So I'll show the video in the very end. And yeah, this is the video. No, this is a picture with my GoPro. Yeah, that's my outfit. You really need the goggles, and you will see in the video why, because there's quite a lot of loose stone coming your way. And that's a picture from the bottom. So this is basically the piste that you drive down or slide down with your board. And let's have a look at it in the video. So, walking up. I want to see if we can get the... Yeah.
Put your feet in the sand like this, so lean back. It's a medium fast, okay? No problem.
Yeah, there was some music sadly. But I liked how he was saying like, yeah, it's medium fast, no problem. That made me feel very good. I sadly have to mute the sound because I have like some music in the background there. But that's the first guy going down. And in the beginning, it's really slow, but then you pick up the speed really fast. I don't know if he crashed. This is me. This is my first attempt. I think I was too fat, man. Yeah, but then eventually, on the second try, it worked out. So I gave the camera to the guide so he can film me while I took my GoPro with me. And now you can see all these loose rocks flying into your face. And actually, on the video, it looks much worse than it was in real life. I didn't really notice that they were hitting my my goggles there a lot. I think most of them passed me. And yeah, sadly, I did not manage to get to 90 kilometers per hour. I wasn't as fast as you could because I think they have they check the speed and then they have like a ranking or something. But yeah, that was really cool. The volcanoes in Nicaragua. I really hope that you liked the clips, both from Telica and Cerro Negro, the second one where you can do the volcano boarding. Let me know in the comments below if you've been there as well, if you've done the boarding yourself. How fast was your speed? I'm very curious. I think I was at like 72 kilometers per hour, but the guy told us the record was like 98 kilometers per hour, which is quite fast. I guess I was a bit too heavy at the time. But yeah, let me know what you think, or let me know what your record was if you've been there. And if you haven't been there, maybe it's something that inspired you to go to once the corona finally passed and the world is open again for us to explore and travel. I can't wait. Yeah, still stuck here in Germany, but at some point we will go out and explore again. I can't wait. Until then, keep safe, everyone. Leave a like, a comment, and share the video with your friends who like traveling. I will provide more and more updates. Every Thursday and every Sunday going forward, I will have some videos, and I'm also going to spend some time cutting some fresh videos, some really new videos from my trips that are, well, basically unreleased yet. It's just sitting on my hard drive, all the material. So I'm going to start picking some of these cool trips, and I'm going to upload them on my YouTube. I will put the channels here as well, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Join us next Monday, 8 p.m. if you want to be here live at the Travel Show on Twitch. You can interact with me and my other viewers in the channel. I'm actually going to get into that now and answer some questions. But for now, I'm going to cut the video here for YouTube, and I'll wish you all the best. See you. Take care.